Has the market, in your opinion, for documentaries taken over the market for feature films?
It's got harder than ever to make fiction features, and the money at the moment seems to have dried up a lot. So a lot of people who make fiction features are moving into television, but at the same time documentaries expanding so that you can actually have a cinema life and make something other than a 60-minute one-off for the BBC or a 49-minute one-off for Channel 4 or documentary series.
And what do you think is the future for distribution?
I mean, I'm hoping in the next year to explore a new form of distribution in Scotland. There's the Scottish Film Network, which is supported by Creative Scotland and the BFI to stimulate audience interest in other films throughout Scotland. Links together the Scottish cinemas. And we have a couple of documentaries, feature documentaries, which are finished, which I'd love them to distribute, because I think that would be a neat way of getting them out. So you're not asking somebody in London to make a judgment on interest in a feature documentary on Alistair Gray from London, because I think they can't, but somebody here can make that judgment.
Tell me about crowdfunding. What's your view on this?
Well, one of these two documentaries has some crowdfunding in it, and although this was really done by the director, and he got together enough money to pay an editor, which is great, and all these people get a credit on the film. And actually, the total amount of crowdfunding isn't as much as we invested in it as a company, but he's given them a lot of prominence, I think, and I hope that they'll feel that they get a return. I don't think it's the way we should work, really, though.
Okay.
Just because I don't feel that filmmaking should be done by the begging bowl.
Okay.
There must be a better way.
Now, you had an internship with Santander.
Yes.
And how did you find that?
Very good. Yeah. We had Bianca Herald working with us, and she did a lot of production management effectively on a project which will be broadcast on December the 27th, 6 o'clock, BBC One Scotland.
Okay. So it worked out well?
Yeah.
Excellent. What about for future employees? What would you be looking for? What do you look for when you're interviewing?
I think now people I look for a number of things. You have to be an all-rounder. You have to be able to shoot, edit, do all of that. But really what I'm looking for is people who can come up with good ideas constantly and then be able to write them up well, and have a sort of good sense of story combined with the knowledge of the market for those stories. So you have to be aware of, in Scotland at the moment, the best way to get screen production financed is to be making television.
What should they be doing now during their studies to increase their potential of possibly getting a job with you?
Right. Well, people are training to be something that it's going to take them a while to be in reality. So you have to be aware that once you've left as a writer, a producer or a director, you have to then get a job where you're not necessarily going to be working as that. So
you have to learn how to make a good coffee.
Yeah, but you have to, yes, that's important, but you have to be willing to start again within a business, and I think for most people that is going to be television still. So you also have to watch a lot of television, as well as watching nice films. I tend still to watch too many films and not enough television, but I rely on younger staff to watch BBC Three and to keep an eye on what's possible for Channel 4, because you really do need to know. It doesn't mean you have to watch every episode of something, but you have to know what kind of ideas are appealing.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Pleasure.